Hi guys, welcome back to Fragments of a Simple Life, where every video I make is super simple. Today I have a magazine for you. This is actually 3 years old. This is Martha Stewart Magazine from May of 2022, and I never made a video out of it. I have a lot of magazines that I held on to that I never made a video out of. So they're like several years old from when I used to have a subscription. And this is one of those. So it says, Rise and Shine, inspiring people, places, and spaces. Over here it says, Farm fresh flowers, easy and elegant brunch ideas, spring suppers, a style maker at home, plus container gardening. So I don't know how long this magazine or how long the video will be because the magazine's kind of short. But I thought that we could take a look at it together while it's still May. I thought that would be nice. Of course, there's always a table of contents. And of course, like usual, I'm not going to look at it because I don't want to give anything away. Looks like they have some book recommendations, mom milestones, lessons in chemistry, snackable bakes, and this one's called Left on 10th. Look at all those books. I wonder if that's her actual library. It says Martha has amassed hundreds of gardening books over the decades. When she moved out of her home in East Hampton last year, so that would be 2021 because this is 2022 magazine, she transported boxes of them to Bedford, where she's carving out space for them in her library. Here, she shares some of her favorite authors, titles, from rare illustrated volumes that spark her imagination to essential manuals that help her design, plant, and grow. So yeah, this is her library. That's insane. My daughter is such an avid reader. She would love that. Wow, look at this. That's a cool picture. Wow. It says from left, a stack of go-tos, and below it says Herb Garden Designs by Faith H. Swanson and Virginia B. Ratty from 1984. It says that it's filled with practical garden layouts, so it's nice to know that even Martha Stewart still gets inspiration from the 80s. Maybe yes for gardening, no for clothes. This is photographed so pretty. I wouldn't expect anything else though from her, right? I feel like she's like a scary perfectionist. I would be afraid to work for her. I've said this a million times on this channel, but Martha Stewart is one of the main things that I would watch, and I still do sometimes on YouTube to get ASMR. Pretty, look at that. It says door prize, put a ring on spring with our twist on classic May Day flower cones. Cool. Just hot glued dry blooms and grasses to mini grapevine wreaths, then leave them hanging on friends' front doors and dash. There's flowers. Oh my gosh. Pansies, Diananthus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Tiny Verbena and Micro. Huh. Edible flowers in the pancakes. There's how to do the wreath right there if you guys are interested. Wow, that's pretty. Fizz Ed Strawberry Ginger Mash. That's this one. Orange Mint Margarita. And then this one is a Celery Lime Gimlet. I don't think I'd want celery with my booze. Not even a Bloody Mary. I don't really drink, but you know. This has vodka in it, tequila in it, and this is gin. Yeah, it looks pretty. The long view. Oh, wow. So this little picture here is the before of the bench from the 1970s. And then this is what they did to it. I'm going to say something controversial. I kind of liked it like that, which is saying a lot because this is kind of like a gray tone, and I have gray furniture. My couches are gray. I'm a typical millennial, I guess, in that way. But I kind of like the before. It had like more personality. It's just my opinion. Look how pretty. That's really pretty. Good living. Orange plus blue. It says this combo can be bold. Think vibrant Mexican tiles or Howard Johnson's hotels. But designer Brad Ford, that's funny, went for a subtler direction, teaming walls and cabinets in fine paints of a Europe inspiration collection, a hushed blue-gray with chairs in a rich cinnamon tone. That's smart. And so instead of being like super, super bright like the two examples, he did like a kiss of that color combination. So the chairs are almost more like a rust color, and the blue walls are almost gray. Sorry, a loud car just went by. I like it though. Okay, so over here we have the opposite spectrums, right, of the color wheel, red and green, like Christmas. But see, here again, they did it like lighter. They did a blush pink wall, which pink is a shade of red technically. The color is by Benjamin Moore and it's called Salmon Peach. That's almost the color of my daughter's room. And then they did an emerald green accent. Look at this little picture right here of a big green apple. That's really cute. I like it. It kind of looks like a hotel, honestly, but like a modern one. And then yellow and violet, again, kind of like opposite on the color wheel. It says it's a daring pairing for sure, but the payoff is transformative. Skip sunshine brights in favor of more nuanced hues, like a green leaning goldenrod with a soft plum or lavender. Then match their lusciousness with rich textures, from plush fabrics to metallic finishes. They picked the perfect wallpaper to use as an example. Very smart. Layering different shades of a color gives a room so much more depth and complexity. That's so true. Like, cream, beige, brown, or like super pale purple, violet, and then like plum purple all together. I don't mind this. It's not totally my style, like aesthetically, but the purple and yellow I do kind of like. I never thought about putting purple in my house, but I love yellow. Wow, look at those plants. I wish. It says group projects. You don't need acres of land to cultivate a thriving garden. Gather some pretty containers and get creative with what you plant in them. Smart. And plant wisely. Wow, that looks pretty with all the little flowers coming down. I love the succulents. It's like the only thing I can keep alive where I live in Southern California, plus my lack of a green thumb. Like, I swear, like, succulents is where it's at. Ooh, I like this yellow pottery. Classic clay, sleek ceramic, clever compost, and metal, modern metal. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Did I like miss something? No. Good living tastemaker. All right. Oh, this is Misty Copeland. I know who she is. She's like a dancer, right? I think this is some of her favorite things. That's her own book, so that's kind of weird. How to protect your eyes. Okay. Eggs. That's what it says. I was reading it really quick for us because it says stock your kitchen. I'm like, what can you eat? They say it's not carrots, which is something that everyone thinks. It's eggs. So if you can afford eggs, get some eggs. It also says citrus, strawberries, almonds, spinach. That's very good to know. Keep them pristine. Good hygiene. If you wear contacts, make sure you're changing them. Always rinse them with solution. Be careful of cosmetics because stuff can cause inflammation. Wear sunglasses. Survey your screen habits. We are all looking at screens for too long. I remember my eye doctor told me, she was like, you're supposed to do like 30 minutes on a screen and then like an hour off, but like nobody does. So that's why we all need glasses now. If that makes sense. Motherly love. Because remember, I know Mother's Day is already passed, but this is a May magazine, which means it probably came out in like March or April back in 2022. So it's going to probably talk about Mother's Day. But for us, here in 2025, Mother's Day already happened. So it says on these pages, top hair, skin, and makeup experts share essential lessons. Okay. This says celebrate your smile. This is a quote from Charlotte Tilbury. She says, I learned early on that lipstick is happiness in a tube. It's my mother's confidence boosting beauty secret. She would always tell me as she put it on, lipstick is instant glamour. It'll take you anywhere. Man, that is so true for me. When I'm feeling kind of blah, I always will put on lipstick. When I feel like I need like a touch of something because maybe I feel like my outfit is too bland or my makeup came out too simple, lipstick. I'm obsessed with lipstick. And I wear eyeglasses. So I feel like putting on a lipstick when you are a person that wears eyeglasses, it like balances your face. That's my opinion. Let's read another one. This says, wash off the day. For Lula Skincare brand founder Sarah Uslan, cleansing her face before bed is non-negotiable thanks to her mom's insistence. Most of my friends in college would sleep with their makeup on. I just couldn't. It would keep me up at night. I'm the same way. I can't do it. Even if I like go to a concert or something and I don't come home till like, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., I wash my face. I can't. This says sleep on it. I apply a thick layer of heavy lotion at night and sleep with gloves on for healthy, hydrated hands. It's a ritual my mom followed to help the moisturizer go deep into her skin. I've never done that for my hands because I think it would bother me, but I do that for my feet, especially in the summertime. I might not be able to sleep with them on, but like as soon as I get out of the shower, while my skin is still damp and my pores are open, ready to receive more moisture, I lather on the thickest lotion I have, and then I'll put on socks or like slipper socks so that the lotion doesn't go anywhere. And I'll leave them on for like 3 or 4 hours before I go to bed, and then take them off. And then my feet are pretty the next morning for sandals or like flip flops because it's summertime. Love that. Let's see. Be informed, go big. My mom taught me to be curious about what's in products and where ingredients come from. Also, the magic of hot rollers and mousse for a polished glam look. She'd wear them while getting us ready for the day. That's cute. That's Jonathan Van Ness. Let's read one more. How about this one? Scrub simply. My German mom, Gertrude, used plain or GERD. Is it GERD? I don't know. I think I said that wrong. Use plain water and a face cloth to exfoliate. No soap, no cleansers, just water and a cloth. It's remained my ritual since I was a kid. That's really smart. That is really, really smart. What I do, like when I'm giving myself a facial, I'll give myself a clay facial, which like pulls out all the impurities and dirt, right? And it dries and it feels gross. Then when I go to rinse, I'll take a regular washcloth that has a little bit of roughness to it, like so you get some exfoliating. I wet it with warm water and I'll kind of wipe off gently the clay mask and I'll to like exfoliate my skin at the same time and then put a bunch of like moisturizer on. Here's to mom. Oh, so here they have some editor's picks. Little tea towel. I don't know what that is. Pistachio duca. It's nuts, seeds, and aromatics. Tasty on toast and yogurt. I've never heard of that. Sounds good though. I eat yogurt like every other day for breakfast. I've been trying to eat more dairy. It's funny because some dairy products hurt my tummy, like if I eat too much cheese. But yogurt, I think because it probably has so many good for you, like probiotics, it doesn't hurt my stomach at all. It's very strange. Ask Martha. Ask Martha, what's the best way to store my spices? They keep best in sealed glass containers. Plastic is more porous, so decant them if you can. Huh, I never knew that. Put them in a cupboard or a drawer rack in a cool, dry place, not next to the stove or above it. And if you're type A, alphabetize. No, I can't. I'm not that type A. I like organization, but I think for me, if I organize to the point where I'm alphabetizing my seasonings and spices, then when it doesn't get put away right, I'm gonna get so pissed off at somebody in my house. So it's better for me if I just don't do that. This is adorable. Lemon curd phyllo tartless. How cute and simple is that? That's great for like a little summertime party. Ice cream sandwiches with a waffle cookie instead of a waffle cone. Cute. And a ricotta breakfast bowl. I don't know about that. It's too much cheese. Pretty in pink. Look at that salmon. Slow baked citrus salmon with carrots. I love all different carrots. I don't think I've ever had yellow carrots. Have you ever had yellow carrots? I don't know what they taste like. I've had purple carrots and they can get like pretty sweet, but I don't think I've ever had a yellow carrot. I don't know what they taste like. Salmon mustard patty wraps. That looks delicious. And a steamed salmon with vegetables. I like salmon. So good for you. Red rice has roots in Sierra Leone, a country known for its legacy of skilled rice farmers. That's very interesting. Yum. I love rice. Love rice. I read somewhere though that rice is really bad for you, that the level of arsenic and metals in rice is like higher than we ever initially thought it was. Yeah. I don't know if that's true. That's like a quick thing that I like read on Instagram. I was like, what? You're gonna take rice from us now? Makes me sad. Yum, look at that. Crispy chicken tacos. That's so funny. I have leftover barbecue chicken. Like, it doesn't have any like actual barbecue sauce on it. It's just chicken breast that my husband cooked on the grill. And I was like, man, we gotta finish eating that leftover chicken tonight. What should I make? I totally have tortillas. I gotta do that. I should definitely do that. I have jalapenos. I have like all this corn tortillas. I don't have iceberg lettuce though. But I could just chop up some spinach, right? Pretty May. When you take a flower in your hand and really look at it, it's your world for the moment. I want to give that world to someone else. Georgia O'Keeffe. Cool. Spring for your supper. Seared artichoke with warm white bean salad. I would eat that. That looks delicious. I love artichokes. What is this? Pasta with fava beans, shrimp, and fresh chili. I can't have shrimp. Well, I had like a mild allergy while pregnant, and I don't know if I still do. That's the truth, because I'm afraid to like find out. I don't exactly have like an EpiPen, you know, just in case. Grilled lamb chops with rhubarb, compote, and asparagus. Confession, never had lamb. I've never had it. I don't know if it's good. You guys tell me in the comments. Asparagus though, I love it. A lot of people don't because it like stinks, whatever. I love it. Asparagus in the air fryer, little olive oil, little like salt and pepper, so good. Herby spinach and rice soup with turmeric. That looks delicious. I love that. I don't think of soups for spring, I guess, because here where I live in California, like we're already in warm weather. Like every day has been in like the 80s, you know, maybe 79 degrees Fahrenheit at the coolest right now. So I'm already drinking like iced coffee, not hot coffee. Like I'm already in that zone. So I don't think of like soups personally. Greek goddess chicken and salad. Yum. Just simple, simple, simple. That's delicious. I wonder what the dressing is. It's right here. It says salad dressing is usually the last thing you make before dinner, but in this case it comes first because most of the herb-filled green goddess serves as a marinade for the roasted chicken. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. Okay. White fish and braised leeks with saffron. I don't know about that one. Rooted in family. Look at these flowers. Oh my gosh. Wow. So pretty. It says a decade ago, Grace Lamb and her parents and 4 siblings started growing flowers organically on their New England farm. And every spring since, their hard work comes to glorious fruition when the field erupts into lush, vivid color. Learn how this tightly knit crew built a thriving business and what makes their blooms so extraordinary. I mostly just want to look at your flowers. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Just gorgeous. Isn't that so pretty? I know nothing. I know nothing. I want to know, but I know nothing. Wow. Really pretty. Look at these arrangements. So Martha Stewart. I wouldn't expect anything else. This says bred in Japan and grown for production in Holland, butterfly ranunculus only became available in the U.S. commercial trade in the past few years. Wow. So pretty. Isn't it pretty? It almost looks like a fall flower. Sorry if it's getting dark and then light and then dark. The sun in my room is coming and going because of the clouds. It's like kind of partly cloudy today. Look at them in the field with all the flowers. How beautiful. Really cool. Uh-oh. Wake and bake. That usually means something different if you partake in certain activities. I don't, but I know what this really means. Let's just say Martha Stewart is really good friends with Snoop Dogg, Wake and Bake, and we'll leave it at that. Anyways, cocoa swirl coffee cake with hazelnut crumb. Yum. It says it looks fancy, but the streusel-topped marvel is a blessedly low lift. You don't even need to pull out your mixture. Love that. Love that. The cake is extra tender thanks to reverse creaming. Rather than beating together sugar and butter and then adding flour, you mix the dry ingredients and sugar first. Then you cut in the butter. Oh, it's like a pie crust. Huh. Okay. That's pretty cool. Then they put yogurt in the batter to add moisture. That sounds delicious. I'm gluten-free, but there's got to be something we can do, right? Look at these cute little blueberry muffins, corn muffins. Oh my gosh, what is this? That is like a one pot breakfast. I guess one pan, I should say. Bacon, egg, and cheese baked French toast, you guys. It says, a flavor cross between the world's best breakfast sandwich and a classic egg and cheese strata. This centerpiece makes any brunch celebratory, and you can prep it up to a day in advance. Partially roast bacon and tomatoes, grate cheddar cheese, whisk together the eggs and milk, then dip dried out bread in the liquid, tile it on a sheet pan, pile everything else on top. The next morning, slide the whole shebang in the oven and watch it puff up dramatically. I would do that. I want to do this. And if you need dry bread, not trying to be mean to gluten-free bread, but I've become an expert at this point. Gluten-free bread is dry kind of already all by itself. You probably wouldn't even need to let it sit out that long to dry out. This is very easy to make gluten-free. Looks delicious. I want to do it. I think me and my daughter would be the only ones that would eat it in my house though. Yum. Look at this cute little Danish. Savory drop biscuits. These look like Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster. If you know, you know. I'm happy to say that the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix, you can buy it for yourself in the store and you can make them at home, and it 100% tastes like Red Lobster if you've never done it before. And to anybody out there that's gluten-free like I am, there is a gluten-free version of the Cheddar Bay biscuits. So, and they are delicious and they taste just like it. But these look good too. This looks like a scone. It is strawberry and toasted sesame scone. Yum. It has freeze-dried berries, flour, sugar, sesame seeds, baking powder, and salt. Then you cut in the butter into the dry ingredients, and then you put in fresh berries. Cute. I've never tried to make scones. It seems pretty easy though. Like if you are not new to baking, if you made biscuits before. Wow, look at this place. This looks very Western. It says Hillary Robertson is a sought-after interior stylist and intrepid globetrotter, and a British expat with an eye for synthesizing far-flung finds into warm, eclectic spaces. Cute. It's pretty cool. So this is her house in Connecticut with her and her husband. It's an 1800s schoolhouse. Okay. Wow, cool windows. The only downside is big windows like this don't usually open, but the natural light that they bring in is beautiful. I like the light. I'm not sure how I feel about the cord, but I like the light. Some people like that though, the like a rough, like industrial feel. Cute, look at that. This is the guest house. This is really pretty, super simple. I love it. Like all neutrals. I'd want one color though. A splash of yellow, a tiny bit of blue, a color, even green, something that you find outside. That's pretty though. It's pretty, but it also kind of gives like Handmaid's Tale, like vibes. Just take the plant away. It's like too simple. I'm not trying to be insulting. This is pretty though. Oh, we're at the end because here's all the recipes. We have the pansy pancakes, the bean salad. Ooh, that coffee cake. that means that, there it is, the bacon, egg, and French toast. I think I will make this for reals. Should I do that for a video? Is that weird? Maybe I could do that for a video. And that's it. More recipes. There's the scones. Ads. There's the last one. Aw. Martha, circa 1975. One of the greatest joys of motherhood is passing knowledge down to your children. My daughter Alexis was an avid student of all things. She especially loved learning how to do complicated tasks in the kitchen, like making pasta. It is our lucky privilege as mothers to impart family recipes, beloved traditions, and special talents to our kids so they can in turn do the same. Alexis is a fantastic cook today, an incredible teacher to her two kids, my grandchildren. Jude, 11, and Truman, 10. They're obviously older now because this was 3 years ago. This makes me so, so happy. Okay, I'm not trying to talk trash, but from what I understand and what I remember, I think as an adult, she came out and said that she had like no relationship with her mom. Like it wasn't great. I wish I could go back and find that clip. Like it was an interview or like her own podcast before podcast was cool. I don't remember what, or maybe she had her own show for a little bit. I can't remember what it was, but her daughter Alexis used to say a different interpretation of the truth about their relationship. I remember that very vividly. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this Martha Stewart magazine from 3 years ago. I wanted to make sure I did it in the month of May before May was over because I knew it was going to have a lot of stuff in it about spring. If you want to see more from me, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Bye.